All right, so I mean, you kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but upcoming projects after Boat Boy Boogie. I know you got Hometown Hero coming.
Yes.
But I'm curious. Like a lot of great MCs and artists, they've always done trilogies or series. Meek Mill had Dream Chasers. Jay-Z had the Blueprints. Fab had the Soul Tapes. Are you thinking about starting a trilogy? Or, I mean, Wayne had Dedication 1 through 6. I mean, that's more than a trilogy. But are you thinking about starting a series?
So pretty much gracious. I was thinking about doing a Dear Summer 3. So not quite sure about that, but that will be one.
So this would be a trilogy as far as tracks.
As far as tracks, you know what I mean? Because like how Meek Mill Tony's story, it's like it's Tony's story 1, 2, 3. I think it might be 4. I think it's 3. It's 3 Tony stories. So I was like that. Fourth quarter, a third quarter is in the coming. Second and the first. That's trilogies within music, but I'm not quite sure yet. Like when I name stuff for certain things, it's like the mindset
where you at,
where I'm at right then. You know what I mean? So I'm not quite sure. Where I will not quite sure. So not quite yet.
Project wise, Hometown Hero, you know that's coming after Boat Boy Boogie.
Hometown Hero is pretty much I'm gonna address a lot of things in a movie pretty much with Hometown Hero. It's just, addressing Virginia, some of the issues that we see race-wise, some of the things we see amongst ourselves as a African American culture-wise, some of the things we do too much amongst each other and why we do it and what is it going to take to change that. So I can't change the world, but I come from Norview, so I can start by making my community better. You know what I mean? Hopefully it spreads throughout the way. The world is a very large task. So I would rather handle where I come from, where I know why the people are the way that they are and how the people move the way that they do. I feel like the most perfect person to fix the situation is someone who has came from it. I can't give you advice about something I haven't been through. You know what I mean? So with people knowing me and my background here and what I plan on doing for the community, that's kind of like the announcing of it, through a musical set.
And speaking about VA, I guess specifically, well, not even specifically Normal, but I feel like VA is like a melting pot.
It is.
As far as artists, I mean, we got trap, rap, backpackers. I mean, you got your
It's
R&B.
everything, man.
What style do you feel like you're bringing?
Just
VA or honestly, it doesn't. What style do you feel like you bringing?
People will say when they listen to me, they're like, you're like traditional hip hop. You know what I mean? Like you're traditional hip hop with a new flavor. Modernized. And that's what people have stamped me as, and that's what I believe in. You know what I mean? I do like traditional hip hop. Not saying I don't. It's more the message that with modern hip hop brings that I'm so much kind of against, but not really the style or how they do it. But it's the message. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of misleading things for the youth. You know what I mean? That we don't really need as a culture anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like in order to elevate and get out of certain systems and prison and trapping and stuff, we gotta change our mindsets. I feel like as black people, we glorify the wrong things. Things that'll lead us nowhere, not things that'll lead us to healthier families, solid families, stable families, mom, dad, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's what I kind of want to bring through my music and just artistry. I don't want anybody to put me in a box. You know what I mean? Because depending on what track comes on, you may get a different element from me. It all depends on how I'm feeling at that particular time.
I know you've been experimenting with your range, kind of dipping into singing,
trying to bring it out. You know what I mean? Bring it out a little bit more and communicate in a way that
I feel like you did that on track 6 too.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Bringing it. Hometown Hero, you can expect a lot more of that.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot more melodies, harmonizing, a little bit more poppy, more hooks. You can see it on Boat Boy Boogie. Most people are like, yo, you just burn through songs, like no hook, because that's when I drop those. I'm not worried about what society thinks. It's pretty much this is where I'm at, this current mind state. This is what I'm thinking. It's like those tracks are like open diaries. So when I get on my tapes, that's when I get to more structured 16 hook, 16. You know what I mean? Legit theme, legit concept. Consistent storyline in a song, you know what I mean? I say that for the tapes because that's what sells. You know, it ain't too many times you're just gonna be able to burn through a track and it sells millions. It's not the 90s anymore.
I don't know, man.
It depends. Jay kind of did it with 444. The last people, I think you remember Triumph, that Abomatomically. It's an old Wu track, bro. It had no hook and it was like a #1 song. It's a different time frame. You gotta have a chorus.
I don't know, man.
Say it though.
I mean, I think it might be more of, you know, building a fan base and, you know what I'm saying?
That is very true. Once you got your own fan base,
you got your own fan base. It doesn't matter if you build a song with a verse.
It's very solid. I mean, they support you through whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said earlier, what you do is stay true to self. So I mean, is it really necessary to try to make a, you know what I mean?
It's not necessary, but somebody told me before. I don't even know who it was or where did I heard it from, but I heard it, and they were like, "What good would it do to have knowledge and not be able to communicate it to somebody?" You know what I mean? So as an artist, I think artists don't take responsibility for the impact that they have on the culture. You know what I mean? An artist can start a riot. An artist can start a movement. You know what I mean? I think musical artists should take into consideration that you have a strong impact on the culture. So when you're looking at this, because my songs are very reflective and very reflective of society, it's like, how can I communicate? They want to be communicated like this. You know, you see a lot of rappers like, you know, J. Cole, he sped up the pace for the young, and he touched on a lot of significant things, drugs, you know what I mean, rap artists and their subject matter, you know what I mean. He touched, but you have to be able to communicate. If I got something that can help you, but I don't know how to say it to you, then
so you can understand it. Okay.
It defeats the purpose. So it's pretty much numbing myself and like, well, I know I can burn through tracks, but
how can you paint the picture, or
so everybody
how can you communicate that to everybody
so everybody can understand it, because that's a particular ear that can just sit through a track and listen, be like, oh, bar for bar, bar for bar.
That's the cult following. But
that's the cult following.
You definitely got a point. Not just reaching your cult following, but being able to spread.
It's like, do you want to be here, or do you want to be a world-renowned artist? And I want to be as much of a world-renowned artist as my skill set allows me to be. I'm not gonna go out of my way and try to do anything that I feel like is just completely from self. But whatever's in my range, I want to be able to reach everyone that I can possibly reach in my range, not just be missing stuff.